Qualified, professional, and compassionate doctors talking real solutions to real health problems.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, viewers, those who enjoy the Doctalk show. Good afternoon, Dr. Gavu.
Good afternoon, Frank.
You're most welcome. My name is Dr. Frank Asimwe Rubavinda. I'm a consultant urologist in Mulago National Referral Hospital, and I am with Dr. Ogavu, who will introduce himself.
Dr. Jagenda Joseph Ogavu. I'm a physician and nephrologist based at in Zambia and soon coming North Park Specialist Hospital.
They say a stitch in time saves 9, and of course they say prevention is better than cure. And we want to emphasize the 3-4 levels at which prevention must be done, and that's at a personal level, at a community level, and at a country level. I'll talk very briefly about at the personal level. This disease goes through your mucous membranes, which are your mouth, your nostrils, and your eyes. So, and how does it get there? Either someone's mucus has gotten directly from his mouth or nose into your mouth, nose, or eyes, or they have gotten into a surface which then you touch and then transfer that onto the mouth, nose, or eyes. And I want us to first understand that it doesn't go through your skin, it's not recorded. It doesn't go through the food that you eat, but it goes from this person's infected fluids, spit, and mucus into your mouth, nose, or eyes. So on a personal level, the first thing to do is to keep your hands clean as much as possible. And there are various measures. The first and commonest and easiest to get is to wash them. Science so far has told us that soap, any soap, as long as it's soap, it will kill this virus. So wash your hands for at least a minute or two, or is it 40
Actually, 15, 20 seconds.
20 seconds, max. Actually, someone was saying, if you sing to yourself happy birthday twice, you're done. So one, how long you spend washing your hands. So what you use, water and soap. Then how long? At least 20 seconds. Sing a song, happy birthday to you, twice. Then now, the hows. Just take us through how we should best get our hands clean.
So now, if you're using water and soap, which is probably the most commonest that we have, most available and cheapest, you just need about 20 seconds, and the first step is really to wet your hands. Wet them with clean water, and then apply the soap that you're going to use. Then the next step will be...
Whether it is liquid or bar?
Yes, liquid or bar, it simply has to be soap. Yes, so just rub your palm against the other, and then soon after, the palm of one hand against the back of the other hand, then interchange the palm of the other hand onto the back of the hand that you had not yet touched in this fashion. And then while you're doing that, you're actually interlocking these fingers. And then the next step is palm to palm, but this time interlocking your fingers. And this is going to help to take care of the germs that may be
in between the fingers.
Yes, hiding in here. And then the next part would be your thumbs. Okay? And then when you've done the thumbs, you now clasp these fingers together.
And you're aiming at the tips of the fingers.
Yes, rotatory movements, yes.
The fingers were straight.
Yes, so at this point, the tips of these fingers are actually rubbing against this side of your hands, okay, like that. And then you're now going to get the tips of these fingers and just make a circle with them in one palm, and then, yes, and then interchange.
And here you're trying to take care of the nails.
Yes, take care of the nails. Of course, it doesn't help in any way to have long nails. Yes. You want them short. Let's keep them short this time. Don't worry, Corona will go away and the fashions will come back. Then thereafter, you do the wrists, okay? Simple, gentle movement of your wrists. And then
You rinse.
yes, rinse again with a clean water. Now, the next thing is drying. Do you have to dry? We are a warm country, really, and so within a few seconds, 20, 30, your hands will probably have dried.
You shake them.
If you're not going to inconvenience the people around you, it is fine, but if we go and we all shake, then it's not going to be a nice scenario. I think what you should not use is a communal towel. You know, most of
If you've got your own personal tissue, you can use it. But if you're going to use your hanky and you have been using it since morning,
yes,
there is trouble.
yes,
So you'd rather dry them in the air
exactly.
than pull out that hanky and
It
dry.
helps. And if it is tissue, then it is one-time tissue. Discard that one. That may be expensive. The most affordable thing is let them air dry. It works perfectly fine.
Okay, we've got these hand sanitizers, and we have been told, science has proven that those which are 60% alcohol and above, they actually denature this virus. And there are various types. There are those which are spray and liquid-based, and there are those which are gel and liquid-based. The most important thing, forget about who is making them. The most important thing is that that person should have shown the percentage of the alcohol in that, and should be 60 and above, 70, 80. Again, 100 is going to burn your hands. It's not good. So anything between 60 and 80 is fairly safe. And in the same principle, in your palms, okay? And it's better you have this as a personal thing, but also if you're in an office, you can have a shared thing. There have been questions about these ones which you come and press. The thing is, the last person who pressed may have left the jam, let's assume. So if you touch, you pick the jam, we are assuming. But then, after that, you have cleaned yourself, and so you have killed the jam. But if this is in a communal place, in an office space, the people running that office should occasionally come and clean all these surfaces where people are touching. Then again, if you're using taps, if the tap is a medical one, I'll put that in quotes, you can use your elbows. If it's one which you have got to touch and turn around to open, there you must touch it. But if there's one which goes up or down, you are safer using your elbow. So that is hand hygiene. The second aspect is the non-touch. And that one, you want to avoid touching anywhere, anyhow. But the most important place you must not touch is your face. You will be excused for high-fiving your friend, but you will not be excused for touching your face. So in order of priority, the place you must not touch is your face. Your mouth, those who like sucking thumbs and biting your nails. Your nose, those who like picking their noses. When someone is picking their nose, they think they have a lot of money, you know. And your eyes. Now those of us who put on spectacles, we are in trouble because many times you have to adjust them. Just touch the middle bar and adjust them. So avoid touching your face. And of course, I cannot overemphasize no touching surfaces anyhow. And maybe just for emphasis, the hand sanitization and the hand washing should be almost every 20 to 30 minutes. Sanitize your hands, wash your hands if you can. Sanitize your hands, wash your hands. Then we also want to talk about the face mask. And I put on my mask for a reason. Not because I think Dr. Ugavu is going to infect me, not because I think this room is infected, but I basically want to demonstrate that you can go about your business, including speaking, and you'll be heard audibly, even with your mask on. And that is very, very important. The more you make this mask part of your routine life, it may not be protecting you. There may not be anything to prevent 90% of the time, but that 10% or that 5% may be the most important. It prevents in two ways. If I can begin from the second, if you have a temptation to touch your face, you will touch the mask. So I can't touch my mouth, I can't touch my nose. So the touch is excluded. But all these masks have got two things. There's a physical barrier, and there's also a filter. We'll go to which types of masks. But the standard mask is made with pores, which allow you to breathe in and breathe out, and which does not allow microorganisms of a certain size. Without going into any specifications, at least we know the masks I'm putting on, the surgical mask, has got pores which are smaller than the coronavirus. So it cannot go through. The issue of which side, the green side, the white side, that one leave it the scientists, as long as you have the barrier. The downside to this mask that I'm putting on is it lets things on the sides. So that is why it is not encouraged if you are in an infectious area. If you're a doctor treating a patient with coronavirus, if you're in a hospital where you think there is coronavirus, this is not very good. But for public protection, this is fairly good. But these masks must be changed every 3 hours, max. Don't put on one mask the whole day. You are not being serious. Try not to recycle these masks. You can recycle cotton, because cotton does not change when you wash it and over time. But these masks, which are meant to protect, factory prepared, when you wash them and dry them and iron them, you have changed the pores within them, and therefore they're not as preventive. And there's nothing as bad as having protection which doesn't work. I know most of you are very HIV conscious. It's like having a condom with holes. That one is a bigger danger than having no mask. Then we can talk about this N95. But I'll let Dr. Gavu tell us about this N95. These ones have different styles. They've got strings. The ones with strings are easy to put on. Elastics at the end. They have got two sides. The one which has no metal and the one which has got a firm plastic thing. The hard part is the one which should go on your nose. And then you press it to mimic the shape of your nose. Then you can pull the strings. Okay? And make sure your glasses, if you're putting on glasses like me, are on top, not underneath. That way, this part has been sealed. This is fairly sealed. That leaves only this part, which is not very well protected, which the N95 helps us to address. So we're going to take a short commercial break.
You are watching the Doctalk Show.